Hello there! What games do you usually play? People usually respond to this in 3 different ways. Session-based games like Dota 2 and Fortnite. Story-based games like... I don't play story-based games, so I don't know. And games that can be beaten in theory, but actually infinite. These games are usually referred to as replayable games. What are the genres of these games? Roguelikes, survival games, strategy games. You can beat this type of games one time and forget about them. But has anybody ever forgotten Minecraft after beating it for the first time? I think that there's not many such people out there. Not counting Dr. Disrespect, he's way too busy molesting children, or what his other hobbies are, I don't know. Without further ado, let's discuss what game genre is the most replayable. Of course, you can say that you don't need Minecraft or Don't Starve when there's Counter-Strike, where every match is unique and relies not on in-game content, but on the players. Though if there wasn't in-game content, the game wouldn't exist, you get the idea. In response, I can tell you that almost all games focused on replayability have multiplayer in them, and it's the content, its variety, and the gameplay itself decides on whether the game is replayable. And in almost every session-based game you get the same gameplay pattern, and the game modes that stand out, I'm talking about custom games, there are not very much of them, and there's even less active ones. The exception is games where creating other games is an essential part of the game. These type of games include Fortnite or Roblox. These two playgrounds are full of different shit. Sorry, I was about to say game modes or places. But in my opinion, even these games lack interesting game modes. And even those that exist are not that popular among players. Unlike some shithole made by a retarded monkey that can do only one thing, and that is to suck money from the players. By and large, I want to say that the replayability of these games ends when you get tired from the pattern inside of which all the diversity is happening. It doesn't mean that the game is bad, a lot of people don't give a damn about variety. But session-based games just don't quite fit in our video. But they at least fit somehow, in comparison with fully story-based games where the devs guide you through the storyline and you can rarely meet situations in which you can choose what to do by yourself. But there's exceptions. What exceptions? There are some brilliant games in this genre, such as Skyrim, The Witcher, and, sorry here dear haters, The Legend of Zelda. Surprisingly, these games actually allow you to create your own story. And even though these games have a storyline and a final goal of the story, it doesn't mean that your way to the final goal will be the same as the other player's way. From all these games, I played Zelda the most, so we'll use it as an example. One of the first quests is to climb a mountain and enter the shrine. But it's cold there, and you can't just run to the shrine without freezing your balls off. What should you do? Literally anything! You can surf on a flying rock and then land right near the shrine like a true speedrunner. You can find warm clothes and food to survive. Or you can simply climb the mountain with a torch without falling, jumping or ever sprinting so the torch does not go out, just like I did. As you can see, I have trouble crossing simple obstacles. But let's not talk about the sad stuff. The thing I wanted to say is that the game gives you an ability to create your own story with different tools, and those tools are left by developers, and not hidden in mods, add-ons or something. In other games it can be dialogues, maybe side quests. The main thing is that the game doesn't leave you only with the main story. But it also doesn't stop you from going just for the story related quests, if you just want to quickly complete the game and put it on your shelf. As you probably noticed, I deeply respect such games. They are made by real geniuses with passion in their eyes and spectacular skills. But as much as I praise good story-based games, I criticize failed attempts to create such games. The most common way to ruin a story-based game is to add microtransactions to it. This is an old, well-known trick that makes people's asses burn. But the games are getting more expensive, pay-to-win games are being born every year, and game studios lose money not leaving a chance of creating a really good game. Phew, I'm being a little sad here. Let's just move to something less depressing, to the main contenders for the Replayability Award. First of all, strategy games. We'll take games made by Paradox Interactive as an example, because I played their games a lot. These games are Hearts of Iron 4, Victoria 3 and probably not so fitting but still City Skylines. By and large, you can technically complete the game by finishing the campaign. If you look at Hearts of Iron, you can just complete the World War II scenario, defeat the Nazi Germany, etc. And then you start the second run and play the Nazis themselves. Then you discover alternative walkthrough ways that don't follow actual history. I'm talking about the national focus. That can drastically change how you play the game. and then you spend hundreds of hours without noticing. Then you discover mods, and then you close them the hell up, because every mod maker wants to change the base game mechanics and my ass burns because of it. Learning how to play the game dozens of times is not fun at all, though somebody may actually enjoy the mods. But making a strategy game into something actually different is tough. And there we encounter the same problems as with session-based games. Yeah, you can technically install a real-life mod for Hearts of Iron, but it's a little impossible to implement into the oldest game engine that the Hearts of Iron uses. The other strategy games share the same problem. And now, let's move to the most popular example of replayability in games.
Roguelikes! My fellows, I cut my teeth and probably some other body parts on the roguelikes. Roguelike games I played include Isaac It Again, Oddly Enough It Again, Risk of Rain 2, Protata Dead Cells, Ballatra, Risk of Rain Returns, Gunfire Reborn, Lost Patata, Dome Keeper. And I'm going to quickly explain to you why this game genre is the best thing ever made. Unlike some linear games for pushes here, everyone is randomly generated. Items, enemies, bosses, and usually the level layout itself. There will never be two identical runs, which adds an incredible amount of replayability. Replayability, children, is an indicator of how often you want to return to the same game. Right, that's all, restart the whole run. No pussies, only hardcore. And every run is made up from hundreds of different factors. Because roguelikes usually have hundreds of items, thousands of characters, a shitload of bosses, and all of this is waiting just for you. Roguelikes are perfect for the platinum guys who spend their 30s in their room completing the Dead God achievement. And besides what I already have mentioned, roguelikes do a roundhouse kick in the forehead with their another feature. As weird as it may sound, meditativeness. Once you get used to the roguelike, you will be playing it automatically, with your favorite TV show, music, Discord call, brain rot videos, and online beer brewing lesson in the background. There is no better companion for a gamer than roguelikes. Oh, and also, can you count games like Don't Starve as roguelikes? There are also randomly generated, and you also have only one life. How this game genre is called? Can't remember. Oh, of course,
Survival games. These are games where you survive. What a surprise, huh? Don't Starve, Scrap Mechanic, Valheim, and even Raft. In all of these games you should give your character food, water, and sometimes even let him sleep, while also saving him from danger. The main thing is that these games don't usually have a story, which means you can entertain yourself. In Raft you can start a shark genocide, or create a giant raft with a lot of nets to catch all the rubbish. Or become some kind of a Robinson Crusoe and live it up until your little lovely island despawns. In Scrap Mechanic you can create a lot of different mechanisms, but it's not as hard as it seems. Watch my shorts, please, watch my shorts. You can become the best farmer ever lived on this cruel world, or you can go explore a mysterious robber base. This list can go on forever. The main thing about these games is that you are not bound by the genre you're playing. Survival games often can be referred to as sandboxes. It lets you truly unleash your creativity, even though there is too much creativity sometimes. But while talking about sandboxes, I just couldn't forget about one specific game. The game dev legend itself, Minecraft.
I am placing blocks and shit cause I'm in the fucking Minecraft.
You can't make a good video about survival or sandbox games without mentioning Minecraft at least once. What can I tell you about it? The community of Minecraft has already gone beyond our understanding. Minecraft is a simple survival, creative playground with no limits, a place for making some money in hell of a lot of different ways. Someone makes music here or even games inside a game. People create incredible stories. Sometimes there is a memory sparkling in your head about you and your friends playing on this one specific server. People became famous because of Minecraft and lost everything if they relied on it too much. This game is being constantly updated and modified. Oh yeah, mods. Minecraft mods how to install with viruses not free. I love it. There are so many mods out there that you can find literally anything you ever wanted to play. From something like the famous Jenny mod to the mod enhancing redstone mechanisms, making them more deep and complex, so it lets you create incredible machinery artwork. As you can guess, I see Minecraft as the most replayable game ever. But the video title says what is the most replayable genre, so who deserves this spot? Saying sandbox would be easy, but I think we're missing something. Without their communities, these games end up being empty. Projects with good ideas that no one needs. So I will say that the replayability only relies on the community. The community that can create something new every day.